Hey, how's it going? So I got one of these going on here. Obviously, there's a special certain someone up at the top. There's everybody else. And of course, this line of people who are mid. And then we come down and what? Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, honey. Honey.
I can't stand that man. I can't stand that man. I hate him. I hate him.
Yes, I am a sheep. The greater herd does not like Ansem the Wise right now, so now I do not like Ansem the Wise right now. But in my defense, there is a lot to dislike about him. He is one of the adults that makes everything bad happen in this series, and rather than being shown that he is a reformed man whose character has changed and whose actions will reflect that, we're simply told that he is redeemed and are just supposed to go along with it. Look at this. He's a good guy now. Oh, okay. You have to like him. But I don't. But you have to. And while, yes, the worst of the experiments were conducted by apprentice Xehanort and the rest of the apprentices behind his back, that wouldn't have happened if Ansem had been a better leader. Having people locked in your basement being tortured down to the cellular level and you not knowing about it is a major oversight, man. Like, you had to be trying to not know what was going on. And if he himself had not pushed past the ethical boundaries of what science they were practicing in the first place. And while it is a super relatable moment that instead of actually taking responsibility for what his lab did under his name, he just becomes a hermit and vows vengeance. You know, as humans do. Honestly, goals. Hi, are you looking to throw your audience off the scent of the identity of a mysterious figure that you might have? Well, boy, do I have some advice for you.
I think what matters is that you recognize the mistake.
What?
I was just a boy.
Who put you in charge of this child? You over here abducting kids, Ansem? Well, you all thought that, like, the dark origins of Peter Pan was bad. Ansem the Wise is over here stealing kids, making them do math.
I was just a boy.
Why is it that our Hojo gets a pass? Hey, and I don't think I need to tell you that a literal fucking child is not at all responsible for the hostile takeover of some bearded idiot's Fortune 500 company. When? Oh, when in these trying times will Ansem Corp get its bailout? Why is it that this child, well, I mean, who knows how old Enzo actually is, because we know that Nomura likes to backtrack whenever he doesn't like something anymore. Why is it that this person younger than you, who got the worst end of the situation than you, being tricked into joining a cult and losing their heart, which he theoretically could have never come back from, is being a bigger person than you, their leader, their mentor, and practical father?
I was just a boy.
Say you're sorry to your sons when you fuck. It doesn't make you any less of a man. Instead, it makes you more of a man and a better example to the man that you are raising.
Boy.
And yeah, he goes on in his next line to self-deprecate some more yada yada, but he doesn't actually say, I'm sorry. And this here isn't to give him a more charitable reading, so lay one more finger on nominate, bitch. See if you still have hands. Oh my god, man. Hey, do you have problems expressing your failures and frustrations? Have you tried taking it out on other people's children? The thing about Ansem is that he uses Roxas and Naminé for his own selfish purposes, which is to kill other people, to take advantage of their inherent gifts and power, to exploit them for his own gain. The nobodies will seize the means of production. And to do that, just like any other colonizer in history, he first rationalizes that they are not people, so that the horrible stuff that he does to them, which include gaslighting, devaluing their self-worth to the extent that they themselves do not think they are worthy of human rights, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and many more, are not his responsibility. So when it comes to the point where he's like, now that I've done what I set out to accomplish anyway, I now see the error of my ways, you know. I was just really consumed by hatred and everything, you know? You're like, dude, fuck off. And he doesn't apologize to Nominee, only Roxas, which is fucked up. I don't care if he knew that she was there or not, or could hear him or Judah. And him coming around on nobodies because of Roxas and Nominee makes no sense, because they are the only beings, well, and Xemnas, but this ain't about him right now, whose identities solely exist as being nobodies. They don't have identical somebody counterparts the way that Axel or Syax does, who are essentially the same beings as Lee and Isa, just in different clothes, basically. In this universe, with the exception of those 3 very exceptional cases, being a nobody is like a phase that you can choose to start and end whenever you want. Just get some like young edgy teen to kill you. I mean, in universe, it probably is a big risk that once you become a nobody, there is a chance that your heartless and nobody are not destroyed, so that you cannot come back. But because the original organization are all named characters that Nomura probably spent a lot of time designing, of course they're all coming back. Or maybe it does make a lot of sense that the blondies are the ones that bring him around on his prejudices, because they are the true forms of this being and are not just choosing the lifestyle. Maybe I'm thinking about this too much. You are. Because in his story, Ansem is mad at nobodies, and Xemnas in particular, because they are the people who betrayed him. But it comes off with such venomous animosity towards their kind that it reads as bigotry, especially when it comes to Roxas and Nominee, who have only the loosest of connections to Xemnas. And this is probably the most dangerous decision that this series has ever made, to give Ansem a redemption without earning it, with his prejudices in mind. Because when it comes to real-life groups of people who are discriminated against, there is no choosing in the matter. It is something that one is born into. And no one should be treated as a second-class citizen because of whether they have a heart or not, or their race, creed, physical or mental disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or what might be the most apt interpretation for a culture as undiverse as Japan, class. Which I should probably delve much deeper into in the future, when I am better at this. Come back in like a few years. And while I do applaud Nomura for giving such nuance and love to the actual group of people that could be a stand-in for marginalized groups, the fact that Ansem the Wise isn't working as hard as he should to make things better is conflating some of his points. Hello? Hello? Wakey, wakey. Oh. He's not gonna do anything to mess up Kyrie, is he?
Oh no! It is hot. I feel hot.
Good. I expect a lot from you, you know. You don't want to fuck it up.